a beautiful evening. It's Destination Imagination, and this is another wonderful evening. It's Thursday, and it's our daily broadcast happening every Thursday. Okay, so today I am your host, Daniel Misali, and we are going to be talking on a very important topic as well, just as we have been discussing. And don't forget that coming 1st to 4th November 2022, we will be having our STEAM Park event at Educators Symposium. And so we will shed light on that along the way. So for tonight, I am joined by Mr. Tiamo Brian Badubi, the project coordinator for the Destination Imagination here in Botswana. And as well, we will be joined by the Miss Independence Botswana 2022, Dabilo Moses. And in the meantime, continue to stay tuned with us as we go for a short break. Welcome back from that short break. Like I said earlier on, it's Destination Imagination, and tonight we are discussing on a very wonderful topic, your place in STEAM education. Your place in STEAM education. All right. And so before this time, we went on to interview some key stakeholders, and one of which is the school head for St. Joseph's Primary School, and that is Miss Pauline Mokaka. And so I would want us to quickly listen to what she has to say, and then we'll be right back.
My name is Pauline Mokaka, school head St. Joseph's Primary. St. Joseph's Primary is a Catholic mission school. It's a public school, fully aided by the government. And we also offer religion. We go to church.
What is STEM education?
I understand that STEM education is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. It's a combination of, I would say, subjects. Yes.
Do you think STEM education is important in developing the curriculum?
Yes, I would say so, since it, like I've mentioned, that it's a combination of other subjects like science, maths, technology, of which we are handling at 21st century learners. Technology is stands to be the most among them. Engineering, also arts, they make the whole person of 21st century.
Then is it important to have creativity in the STEM space?
Yes, I would say creativity, creativity stands above all these. I would say it's an umbrella for all these, as science, maths, technology, and engineering. They need creativity, and therefore arts tends to be an umbrella for all of them. It's very important.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was the voice of Miss Pauline Mokaka, the school head for St. Joseph's Primary School. And so it's Destination Imagination. And today we are going to discuss on the topic your place in STEAM education. Your place in STEAM education. Of course, each and every one of us, we have a place in STEAM education. We have a part to play. We have a role. We have a responsibility. It has been given unto us and it is directed to us. Well, a lot of people might say, I am not involved in STEAM education, or I do not know what STEAM education is. Some others might say, well, I may not be, kind of interested in this STEAM education, but it is best we know that STEAM education is a platform. STEAM education is good for us to understand, the importance of, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics in this 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been joined by our beautiful and wonderful guest for tonight, who would introduce herself shortly. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Okay, so who are we speaking with?
Hi, everybody. My name is Dabilo Onkarabilo Moses, Miss Independence Botswana 2022.
Okay, thank you and welcome on board Miss Independence Botswana 2022. And as well, on the panel, we have Mr. Tiamo. You'll introduce yourself shortly. Welcome.
Thank you, Dan, for having me here, and it's an honor to be sharing the platform with Her Majesty, the Queen, Miss Independence. It's really an honor.
Thank you. It's
Okay, that's the voice of Mr. Tiamo Brian Badubi, the project coordinator for Destination Imagination. So quickly, once more, let us go over what we have been discussing. Of course, we are talking on the topic, your place in STEAM education. All right. So, Mr. Tiamo, can you please set the pace? Can you please lay the foundation on what STEAM education is? Hi, Mr. Tiamo.
Dan, you're cutting. I can't hear you properly.
Okay, yes, I'm saying, can you please lay the foundation and set the pace for us on what STEAM education is? Can you hear me?
Well, STEM education. STEAM education, or basically what was known as STEM education before, is like Mama has said, it's an umbrella. It's basically science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So it's a new way of learning. Chai. Can you hear me?
Sure, you're audible.
Okay, yeah. So STEM education, like previously known before, is actually an umbrella for the new way of learning, the new format of education, if I may put it that way. It's basically all the subjects embedded into one umbrella body, being STEAM education. Sorry.
Okay. So basically, how would you want to help viewers to understand the meaning and the importance of STEAM education in this 21st century?
Well, I think even the viewers themselves can actually attest to this, that the world is especially moving into a more digital and a more technological space. And STEAM education actually creates the platform for that transition, or from our usual resource base, whereby we wake up in the morning, go to the cattle post, do this and that. So STEAM education basically is a very pivotal, because it actually starts the foundation to that knowledge based transformation. And the government has been talking about a knowledge based economy And we do believe that STEAM education literally creates that foundation to a knowledge-based economy.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Tiamo. Okay, so let me bring in our guest for today, our wonderful guest for today, Miss Dabilo Moses. Okay, now in your field as a model and also as one of the icons that a lot of people will be, looking up to when it comes to, you know, education, when it comes to modeling, when it comes to the society, and a lot. Miss Debbie, what would you have to say as a model? How would you want to um, intensify the importance of education as well?
Okay. Am I audible?
Sure, you are.
Okay. Uh, for years, we've been labeled as beauties without brains, And as it is, we are trying to break the narrative that says beauty without brains to see that indeed we are intelligent in all ways,
Mm-hmm.
Hence us saying that we are beauty with brains. And it's quite important for you to be educated because for example, you cannot go anywhere without equipping yourself with a lot of know-hows. That's to say from uh, mathematics, because you're going to be given
Mm-hmm.
contracts to sign.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be given a chance to state how much you want as a model for a particular gig. However, when you send your codes, you have to break them down, you know and make people understand why is it that you need so much money. So it's important for you to understand and know math, maybe the basics of maths. But is it important? It's important. However, it's also important for you to know subjects, to be good in subjects such as languages, because there's a diverse world. You need to know and understand a lot of languages. However, I'm going to speak about two languages, that is
Mm-hmm.
our Setswana and our English. It's important because, like I have stated, you're going to receive contracts. You need to learn and to know how to read, so that you
Mm-hmm.
understand that whatever it is I am agreeing to in black and white and written, it's indeed what I want to, or rather what I'm aligned with,
Mm-hmm.
because this will literally help us to avoid issues such as exploitation, as somebody being cheated of their money because they didn't read the contract very well. And all in all, we also need a queen that is eloquent. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very important for you to learn how to project things according to your understanding. It's always important for you to learn because, like we are saying, we want people that are educated, because you're going to be going
Mm-hmm.
from world to world to go represent Botswana. You need to understand your country, what it is, what it stands for, what we pride ourselves in, and those things. The
Mm-hmm.
answers are in education. Those are things that
Mm-hmm.
we learn at school. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, thank
however,
you
in
very much.
modeling, and
Yeah.
however, just to say a few, just to show people how
Mm-hmm.
intense we are when it comes to being a beauty with brains.
Mm-hmm.
Modeling isn't all glitz and glamour. We actually test how intelligent you are. That's why we have competitions in what you call them, competitions such as head-to-head challenge, beauty with
Mm-hmm.
a purpose project, question and
Mm-hmm.
answer. We have impromptu, like when you get to sit down and you're going to be asked about something that you've never discussed before, because they want to check how much you can think out of the box, how can you address issues that come and go, like, immediately.
Mm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. Okay, quickly, one thing I forgot. Viewers out there who would be watching, even young girls, could see you as a mentor, as someone who could inspire them. So can you
Mm-hmm.
quickly take us through your journey into becoming Botswana's Miss Independence 2022?
Mm-hmm. One thing, okay, first and foremost, it's quite important to understand that there are challenges everywhere. They come in different ways, forms, but what's important is how you you gauge them and you learn from them, For instance, in these competitions, we okay, let me say, during the competition in Miss Independence Botswana, I was competing with beautiful women that were also intelligent. At times I would test my IQ level, at times I would test how I walk. I would question how I walk and feel like probably I'm not the best to be crowned. However, the most important thing is when you realize that you have a challenge, when you see it, therefore acknowledge the challenge and then try to see how you can work your way around that challenge, without giving up. you know for example, there were ladies who had a very interesting, much beautiful, breathtaking walk as compared to me, to my walk. You know what I did? I brought myself to saying that, hey, so and so, can you please teach me how to walk, or rather help me to do this? It's a matter of asking for help wherever you feel that somebody's much better than you, and also be able to offer help to anybody that you feel like you can help, and also be grateful for everything, because the aim is to take one day at a time.
Thank you very much for that, Debbie. Okay, so probably young girls out there who maybe might want to take up, this mantle, and I don't know, because these are things you don't just go into. I believe there, just as you were saying before, there must be some amount of intelligence, and which could be stirred up by some formal education, just like you stated earlier on. You need to know your language, you need to know your mathematics, you need to know, because one thing I have learned about the society is that there is this segregation that goes on, starting right from family, right from the home, right from the families. And when it comes to education, girls are girls are said not to get involved into engineering, into mathematics, because of gender and even some certain things. So how would you want to, enlighten the society about, such stigma and such segregation that is going on?
Mm. Hey, we are trying as much as possible to break a lot of status quos, to say that we need to be inclusive in all sectors. But I think
Mhm.
with me is a matter of passion. Let your family see the burning passion within you. Therefore, if they see it and they see your efforts, maybe their thoughts would change. However, it's
Mhm.
just a matter of trying. And also, always keeping in mind what you want to do. I always say that family is family, but at some point we beg to differ. So if you see yourself in a certain path, then make sure that you work so hard to then see
Mhm.
yourself in real life. You see, working on that path.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you very much. Quickly, ladies and gentlemen, let's just take this quick break and hear again once more from the school head for St. Joseph's Primary School, as she has this to say.
My name is Pauline Mwakacha, school head St. Joseph's Primary. St. Joseph's Primary is a Catholic mission school. It's a public school fully aided by the government. And we also offer religion. We go to church.
What is STEM education?
I understand that STEM education is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. It's a combination of, I would say, subjects. Yes.
Do you think STEM education is important in developing the curriculum?
Yes, I would say so, since it, like I've mentioned, that it's a combination of other subjects like science, maths, technology, of which we are handling at 21st century learners. Technology is stands to be the most among them. Engineering, also arts, they make the whole person of 21st century.
Then is it important to have creativity in the STEM space?
Yes, I would say creativity. Creativity stands above all these. I would say it's an umbrella for all these, as science, maths, technology, and engineering. They need creativity, and therefore arts tends to be an umbrella for all of them. It's very important.
Thank you.
Sure. Welcome once again. That was the voice of Miss Pauline Mokaka, the school head for St. Joseph's Primary School. Okay. Welcome back on board. Over to you, Miss Moses. And so, she mentioned one thing about the aspect of creativity, which I believe is one of the key factors in your journey. So, how would you talk to others and also to the young ones coming up, to always try to be creative and to always try to, add creativity, because it's one of the 21st century soft skills, and this is one of the things we need to have. This is one of the core elements, we need to have with us. So how would you clarify this aspect of creativity to them, and also, encourage them to be creative in whatever they are doing?
That's me.
Sure.
Okay. Like I've been saying, creativity comes from within, and I do like to
Okay.
believe that when creativity gets to meet good timing, then a lot of good results are then accomplished. Because personally, I don't believe in good luck. I don't believe in bad luck. All in all, I don't believe in luck. I do believe in
Okay.
good. I do
Okay.
believe in good preparation having to meet good timing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So wait. What was the question again? I got a bit
Yeah,
distracted.
how would you encourage young people, young girls, who are coming up to implement the aspect of creativity in whatsoever they are
Okay.
doing?
Okay. It is of great importance to understand that um, at times you're going to be exploited, because
Mm-hmm.
maybe probably you are new in that sector, therefore you won't really know a lot of things. So when such tests come by, creativity is then uh, compromised or rather affected in this sense. When you feel like every time you try and then you get to go through something that is negative, you then tend to question yourself, should I continue or
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't I, and then you start thinking less instead of out of the box. Therefore creativity is
Mm-hmm.
then compromised, like I'm saying. But I've also mentioned that it's a matter of passion, so when you are passionate about something, nothing is going to distract you from your end goal. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So
Sure.
when yes, when you're passionate, nothing's going to distract you. It might affect you a little bit, but at some point you're going to have to get up, dust yourself, and move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Wow.
I think that would be the shortest advice that I'd give to young girls out there that at times their creativity might be compromised. However, it's also important for you to always think out of the box, and
Mm.
always broaden your perspective as far as creativity is concerned, because creativity on its own is a very broad word, and given the times we are living in, it's very important for you to be diverse as far as creativity is concerned. Try to branch out into other things, learn a few tricks, learn a few
Mm-hmm.
qualities that would help you, because as much as it's a broad word, at some point all these branches do link. So if you have most personalities, or not personalities, if you have more traits, uh, yes, if you have more traits, then you might as well be one of our best.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so quickly, here's a quick information in case you're just joining us. It's Destination Imagination, and one of the most important things that we want to unfold to viewers out there, in case you have not heard about it, in case you have no idea about it, from the 1st to the 4th of November 2022, and it's just a few days away, we will be having our Stream Park event and Educators Symposium at Fairgrounds Mall. Okay, so quickly we will be joined either by Miss Kim or Mr. Tiamo, who would throw more light on that. But continue to follow us on our social media pages, as well as on the screen you are watching now. Shortly, you would see the information being displayed, and which will give you more insight on what the event will be all about. Prior to this time, we have spoken on the the packages that will be involved in this upcoming event, and we're joined by Mr. Tiamo Brian Badubi, who will take us through the Stream Park event and the Educators Symposium upcoming on the 1st to the 4th of November 2022. Over to you, Mr. Tiamo.
I don't know if you're going to hear me properly. Can you hear me?
Sure.
Yeah, so Stream Park is an interscholastic competition in which we'll be having schools competing in 6 categories, being 3D printing, the robotics hackathon, there'll be business pitch, North Afghanistan challenges, as well as the agri-tech hackathon, and the two actually interesting events being the girls in STEAM as well as the teacher symposium. So basically, what we're doing is we're creating a platform where students and teachers can actually showcase their talents, where they can come together and showcase the artistic and the STEM space, being anything that has to do with science, technology, robotics, engineering, arts, and mathematics, well and good. So the event was actually housed by the Botswana Investment and Trade Center, the ITC, at its inaugural Global Expo. So it's something that is going to be big, and it will be graced by the president of the country on day 2. So meaning Wednesday, 2nd of November, the president will actually have a chance to see what the students have been doing in the various schools. And mind you, for the past couple of months, we have been in schools training students on the STEAM space. So there's a chance for them to actually come and showcase Africa's talent. It's under the theme Unleashing Africa's Creativity to an innovative world, meaning that we want to show the world that Africans or Botswana students are very much capable of almost anything. They just need the right platform for them to shine and showcase what is it that they have. So that's basically Stream Park in a wrap. And you're going to be having debates, which is also powered by the Debaters Without Borders. And it's really going to be an amazing 4 days. So yeah, I think
Okay,
that's
so
pretty much.
how can one be a part of this event, either a student or an educator or any other person?
Well, basically, the tickets are going to actually take part in for the after the Cheers Symposium. The tickets are going for 350 pula. I think the details will be shared on social media platforms. You go to your Facebook, your LinkedIn, Instagram. You'll have every details regarding the Cheers Symposium. Then, as for the students, we have graciously allowing students to come and showcase, or not, sorry, come and attend at 100 pula a day, which is, yeah, 100 play a day, which actually will not cover the feeding. They'll just come to actually see and embrace what is it that they have to do. As for schools who want to take part in this amazing event by sending a delegation, they also have a schools package, which is I'm not quite sure how the price of that one, but just reach out to a team. If you're a school and you want your school to be part of it, it's actually going to be a very good platform for students. And we do have walk-in visitors who are just going to come and walk in and see what exactly is going to happen. Mind you, this 100 play a day doesn't necessarily mean that you're just paying to come and see. You're going to have a chance to also learn about 3D printing, make your own 3D gadgets. You're actually going to have a chance to build your own robots. So it's also an investment, and we do call out to all Sun Sevens who are actually at home to come and learn something, when they're waiting to go to their junior schools or their senior schools, to actually come and explore what Stream Park has to offer.
Okay, so the first 2 days is for the students,
The,
is
the
it?
first 3 days. The first 3 days.
Okay, and then for the educators.
The Educators Symposium is on day 4. which
Okay.
is pretty much the day. It's a mini workshop conference. We have been doing a lot of these conferences whereby people come and talk to us. This one is actually it's more hands on. It's actually now teachers coming to get trained. Basically, it's them coming to be more hands-on. It's them coming to have the practical application skills of your stream education. So teachers are going to have a chance to make their own robots, learn about 3D printing. So it's going to be engaging in terms of both the teachers and the students. So from day one, which is basically orientation day and a few debate competitions, then day 2 and 3 will be action-packed activities specifically made for the students. Then day 4, that's when you're having a award ceremony as well as the teacher symposium.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Tiamo.
You're most
Yes.
welcome.
Okay. Over to you, Miss Moses. So basically, from the 1st to the 4th of November, we will be joining others in the STEAM Park event and as well the Educators Symposium. And of course, this is where great minds will meet to unfold. We have gems in Africa, we have talent in Africa, and Botswana is one of that country producing a lot of gems. Because I'm saying this, we have been working with these children and we know what they are capable of doing. And these are the upcoming innovators, and these are the ones who have the power, who've got the ability to make Botswana stand out. And all that is needed for that to happen is deposited in these kids. And so basically we have been working with these kids for the past months now, and we know what it takes to work with them, and we know what they have. Now, as an icon, as a model, what message would you have, to send to these kids, to keep them going?
Hello.
Hi, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Debbie. So I'm saying we have been working with kids who've proven to be, the true gems, the true talents in Botswana, and they are capable of making Botswana stand out. And now that you have assumed this office as an icon, as a model, how would you want to encourage these kids? What words of encouragement would you like to send out to them, more so when it comes to embracing 21st century soft skills, which are creativity, time management, communication skills, collaboration, and a lot more? Hello, can you get me? Oh, okay. I think she will join us pretty soon. Okay, so just like I was saying earlier on, from the 1st to the 4th of November 2022, it's just a few days away. And in case you are just joining, I want you to, know that these 4 days are going to be loaded. These 4 days are going to be loaded, and I wouldn't want you to miss out at all. Continue to follow our social media handles, as every day we bring to you super information that gives you knowledge on what this occasion is all about. Quickly, let's go for a break. On your screen you will see the information and what it entails with regards to the upcoming event. Welcome back. Welcome back from that short break. We still here with Mr. Tiamo Brian Badubi. Mr. Tiamo, over to you shortly. Um, what is the progress being made so far, and what will the students and the educators be expecting um, within the 4 days?
Hello, Dan. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Daniel. Can you hear me?
Sure.
Yes. So I should actually start with what the public should actually expect prior to the four
Hmm.
days. So we expect to see Destination Imagination Botswana in the streets of Gaborone. We'll be out there in the streets actually have the engagement, have a chance for the general public to actually relate and see what's happening in Botswana. So be on the lookout. We'll be visiting schools, we'll be visiting malls, we'll be visiting, busy traffic lights. You're going to be everywhere. The presence of DI is going to be felt this weekend, this coming 2 days. So it's effective from tomorrow. Get ready for interviews in the street, get ready for street shows, expos, just get people to understand what stream is, because it's a fairly new endeavor, and it's something that we want to sensitize majority of the people in the country about. So we're on a campaign to educate prior to Stream Park. Then at actual Stream Park itself, expect to see a lot of intellectual challenges, a lot of debates, a lot of techie stuff, a lot of artisticness. It's going to be a beautiful event. And if you have been to, it's going to be the battle of the schools, battle of the students. It's all about the students. It's all about showing the world what the learners can actually showcase. It's all about giving a chance for the Botswana students to actually shine. And we have extended the invite to some schools from South Africa, some schools from Nigeria, where DI has
Okay.
affiliated. So it's also a chance for us to see Africa at its best. It's a chance for us to shine, and really students are going to actually show. So this is basically going to be the go-to event for each and every student, each and every teacher. So if you're a student at Stream Park 2022, then where are you? Because it's really going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful event.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Tiamo. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. We are slowly coming to the close of tonight's discussion. Quickly before we end the discussion, let me hasten to tell you that on the 1st to the 4th of November, we will be having our Stream Park event and Educators Symposium. And this is an event you don't want to miss out on. And I personally would encourage you to do all you can to be part of this event. Be a part of this event. And for more information, check our social media pages. Like us on Facebook, Destination Imagination, on LinkedIn, um, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram. As every day up until the 1st of November, we will be bringing you exciting information that you would not want to miss when it comes to the event happening on the 1st. This is an opportunity for us to grab a chance, to witness um, greatness, and also to be a part of history making. And I'm pretty sure that this is one chance we have as people in Botswana. This is one opportunity we have as people in Botswana to witness greatness and to be a part of this life-changing event. It is a time as well to meet with other great people who've been there, to meet with other innovators, and to meet with stakeholders in the society of Botswana. So make way to Fairgrounds Mall from the 1st to the 4th of November 2022. I would leave you with these words from the guest that we we had for today, Miss Dabilo Moses, Miss Independence Botswana 2022, as In her words, she says, lift as you rise. Lift as you rise. Thank you very much for joining us for today. I have been your host, Daniel Miseli, and was joined by Mr. Tiamo Brian Batubi, and as well our wonderful guest, Miss Dabilo Moses, Miss Independence Botswana 2022. Till next time, same platform. It's a good night.